And here we are in Santorini. Look at that beautiful blue ocean. You can hear it. All the white buildings up top. So Santorini. A little bit of history first, a little history lesson. Santorini's dramatic landscape was a result of a massive volcanic eruption in the 16th century BC. The eruption formed a caldera, a crescent-shaped bay, and it created distinctive cliffside villages where Santorini's iconic blue domed houses cling precariously. Back in the 70s, the government recognized that Santorini was declining and decided to invest in Santorini as a potential tourist hotspot. They invested in infrastructure improvements, such as roads and airports and accommodations, to make the island more accessible to visitors. This decision sparked a tourism boom, transforming Santorini into one of the world's most popular travel destinations. Part of the problem, though, is I think Santorini has become so popular because it's just beautiful that it's hard for them to keep up with the amount of tourists that they're getting. Now, the day that we were there was 3 boats with like 2,000 people on a boat, and which causes lineups to get up to the actual old town, which is what we're showing here, which is Fira. I think that's how I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. If you want to get up to Fira, you're having to either take the gondola, which we will show later, or the steps that we just showed there. You can walk up, or you can take donkeys up. You can take the donkeys up. Problem with that is donkeys poop, and so if you're deciding to walk up, you're walking and trying to avoid that. But it's fine. We went first thing in the morning. We decided to get up early and take the tender into the port and be first on the gondola. But on the other side of that is nothing's open yet, which is kind of nice. I enjoyed walking around the town without too many people around and just enjoying the architecture, enjoying the streets, the old cobblestones, the whitewashed buildings. But nothing was open yet. So there's a trade-off. Yep. Just a step. So this is the view from Fria down to the part of the caldera here, down to the sea down below with all the cruise ships. We were lucky there's only 3 ships there the time we were there, so an extra 6,000 people to the island, but I think it's hard for the island to have that much influx of tourism. For one thing, they don't have natural spring water. They're having to desalinate everything or bring everything in. It's one of those things that, I understand the irony that we showed up in a cruise ship, but I don't think there should be that many cruise ships showing up in a day. Maybe limit it to 1 or 2 and, try and... Honestly, I'd like to go back, but I would want to go back same as Mykonos and fly there and stay there for a few nights and enjoy the nightlife and see how it's like without all the tourists. Get to really enjoy what Santorini has to offer. But one of the things that you could do to get around is the buses, which these are the city buses, certainly different from what we see here in North America. And it wasn't that expensive either to go from
It's
Fira.
like €4, I think, per person.
No, I think it was for the two of us. It was
For
like
both of us,
It was €2 each to go from Fira to Oya. Oya is the older town. This is where everybody gets the Instagram shots with the pictures of the blue roofs. Again, same thing. It didn't have the same vibe that Mykonos had. It was definitely it's a tourist destination. It's
Easier, more commercialized.
people weren't as friendly. Mykonos people are a lot more friendly. Here it's beautiful, smacky in the face, beautiful, but I will spend my time in Mykonos.
Yeah, very geared towards tourists. Sure.
And it saved the town, it saved the island, but I think they're losing a little bit of the charm. But definitely you're going to get your Instagram shots. Come here, get your Instagram shots while you go to Mykonos to spend the time, I think. And there's the iconic blue roof on the churches. The other thing to keep in mind is, people live here. This is people's homes. Like this couple here, they're about to jump up on the wall there. The owner of the building came out and yelled at them that he has to paint his wall every day because people are constantly sitting up top there, even though there's signs. It's kind of the unfortunate part that, I'm a visitor in your community. I should have a little bit more respect than just trying to get that Instagram shot. But, it's so beautiful. How can you not? I think there's a sign here on the wall that respect for the fact that people actually live there. So there's one other way to get to Oya from the port where the tenders come in. And you can hire a charter boat to take you around to Oya and then take one of the city buses back to Fira and then take either the stairs or the tram back down to the port to leave. The other thing though is the markets here is all stuff that you see everywhere else. There's nothing particular special about what they're selling here. But all very quaint, streets. Some little back streets are a little quieter. We're coming up around 11 o'clock here, so it's starting to pick up, but not a huge amount of people around the side streets and stuff. So I think if you were to come, enjoy it in the evening without all the regular tourists that are showing up in the cruise ships. Really enjoy what Santorini has to offer. The food is amazing. The other thing about the bus that takes you around, you go from Fira directly to Oya, but on the way back you do a bit of a tour around to the outside of the island. So you go down the hill down to the ocean. I did find the bus driver was getting a little annoyed with some of the tourists on the motorbikes. And, they're narrow roads and he's driving a tour bus and they're sitting there not really paying attention. So that's got to be frustrating, but still absolutely beautiful. Look at the views here. And for like €2. Like, you can't beat that for a price. And here we are back in Fira, heading back to port. This is just typical for sort of the markets there. And of course, McDonald's everywhere. I don't know why anybody, if you're surrounded by all this delicious Greek food, you're having McDonald's. And here we are into the cable car. So there's 6 cable cars. Each cable car carries 6 people. And it's about a 3-minute trip to go up and down. So when you've got, say, 6,000 people that showed up with the 3 cruise ships the day that we were there, the wait to get up was quite long. And that's part of the problem with the over-tourism is they don't have the infrastructure to really have, 3 cruise ships show up, let alone when there's 6. Because they can have up to 6 cruise ships in a day. There you can see people taking the steps, trying to avoid the poop from the animals, and the animals having to go around. I think it's like €6 to take a donkey up. You can just walk. And then you're down to the port where the tenders are to take you back to the ships. And you can see at the bottom there's a huge line up there for people waiting to go up. It's around noon. But the wait was 2 or 3 hours to go up on the tender. And that was it. That was Santorini. I'd go again. I'd probably go, fly in, take a couple of days, enjoy the nightlife, enjoy the hotels, infinity pools right on overlooking the sea would be amazing. But as a cruise ship, I don't think I'd do it again. Actually, I don't think I'd do a cruise again anyways. But, I think to really enjoy Santorini, I think you need to spend a couple of days there in the evening, no tourists around, enjoying the nightlife, enjoying what Santorini has to offer.